Everybody, Crow back again with another Pickles video. This is Eggmania. This is actually the last Game Boy Advance game I picked up in that lot of 5 games. The next game I'm going to show is not a GBA game. It's rather something different. And but this was the last game I picked to put in my cart for that from that eBay seller to get the 5 items to get the discount, because it was said if you buy 5 items combined, you get 10% off. So I was searching and searching for something that I saw some other stuff, but I feel that it was too much of a price. This was like a $2, $3 game. I had never played this before, but when I looked it up, a lot of people remember this game really fondly. So I was like, I looked up some footage to puzzle game, and once I saw it was a puzzle game, I said, yeah, I'll give it a shot for $2 or $3. So I got it, and when I go to capture footage for it, I start playing it, and I don't really understand what I'm doing. You kind of have this egg character, and he's running around this area, and he's collecting pieces and dropping them down. Kind of reminds me of Wario's Woods, where Toad is running around collecting the items and moving them around. Except in this instance, it's kind of like a little bit like Tetris pieces. Not quite. They're all different shapes. They're not tetrominoes. But you collect them, and they're falling from the sky. If you don't catch them, you just don't catch them. They just fall all the way to the ground. But and when I first was playing it, I was kind of putting the pieces together, and I really didn't know what the goal was. And I completed the line, and it didn't disappear. And I'm like, what's going on here? I don't quite understand this. And I just kept, filling it up. And then when I got to the end, when I won the first level, it turned out I was just building a tower to get to the top. I was like, oh, so that's the goal, is just to build a tower to get to the top. So I go to play the second level, and I'm just building pieces right on top of another, just to get to the top the quickest. And I couldn't understand it, but my whole tower kept collapsing. And then I figured it out, was that, oh, you've got to try and fill in as many pieces as you can. Otherwise, the structural integrity of the level will just collapse in upon itself. So you have to fill in all the pieces and there's a meter at the bottom of the screen. I figured out the meter was like the green, yellow, and red. It was like if the arrow's in the green, your structural integrity is pretty good in the tower you're building. If it's in yellow, you should probably try and fill in more gaps, and if it's red, you really run the danger of collapsing your tower unless you're careful, and you could strengthen and reinforce certain things. So yeah, it's actually really good because you're trying to get to the top as fast as you can, but you're trying to do it in a way that where the structural integrity. And I've said structural integrity a lot in this video, and I hardly ever say those words ever. It's not like I'm an architect or anything. But yeah, actually, and you're playing against. I was playing against a computer, but I'm sure with a link cable, you'd play against a friend. But that'll never happen these days. This would possibly be a good candidate for like a DLC type title for like a 3DS or something. And in fact, it may even be on the 3DS. I don't know. But yeah, I think there were sequels to this game too. I might have to look into that. But I like how also every level you advance. And I was playing these on easy. I could also go through expert mode. But since I was figuring out the game, I actually played through the easy mode once. If I were to play again, I'd have to play an expert, because the easy mode is just way too easy to play against once you know what you're doing. But I like, as you go through the different levels, they take place in different areas that may have different hazards. Like the medieval one has got a dragon flying around. There's another one with a volcano where I think there's lava bubbles that'll appear. And you could get knocked off the stage, you just lose some time. But the whole point is to try and collect those pieces and put them in the best possible spaces as soon as possible. And it doesn't hurt that you miss a piece, but if you miss a piece and your opponent doesn't, that gives the advantage to them, because they're going to build a taller tower than you. And then, you just try and get back up to the top, and that's pretty much the entire game. Very good. I was pleasantly surprised, and I'm glad I picked it up. So, yeah, there's only one more game I have sitting in front of me. And hint time, it's a Commodore 64 game. So, you'll have to wait for that video. See you all next time. Bye.